understand that that vanity is gonna end on earth, right? You don't put value to anything. Like
Well, yeah.
the other day my wife was telling me, "Oh, my friend wanted to come and do her birthday here, and she was thinking you're gonna say no." I said, "Sweetheart, call your friend, tell her to just buy the carpet sheet, put it on the floor, then get her decoration and pay for the chairs, and she
Why
can have her
would you
event
want to
here."
go and make your birthday in somebody's house?
No, people do that. People do that a lot now.
That's no, I did not. That was not my question. Why?
No, people do that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't find those things any. It's okay for me to tell AK. I feel like if I have a friend come to Texas, you can host my friend for me, right?
No,
Can you host
Why
my
the hell
friend?
am I hosting your
not
friend?
me. I have
Okay.
one bedroom, so I cannot host
Okay. No, no, no,
anybody.
no, no. Hosting my friend is if my friend is landing from the airport and needs to be picked up 4 or 5 hours, can you go pick him and bring to your house to sleep on your couch while waiting for the next day?
I don't know
Why
that
you
person
so why
from.
you can't take that same energy and go put them in a hotel?
Because I don't have the means to put him at the hotel at that time when you do.
So
Yeah,
why
I
so you
wouldn't.
want to
If
so you
it's
want to put them
somebody
on
I
my couch?
know, yes. If I don't know you,
Right.
that's a negative.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
if it's if I say you want to put a random person on my couch, yeah, I'm sorry, no. I can take you
Yeah.
to the hotel.
Yeah. So I understand. I met a guy one time. This is how life is to me. I met a homie one time. I came to an event. They had announced in the hall that he had nowhere to go. He's a student. Came to America as a student. Could not afford school fees, so had to leave that school. They brought him, dropped him in front of the building, and everybody left. Now there was a wake keep. So there were like 300 Cameroonians in there, and they were like, okay, this child is just coming. He has nowhere to go. Who's gonna live with him? All those people who have houses, nobody said yes to that child. I just came there. They're like, oh, JB, this guy's here. He has nowhere to go. I said, I'm gonna go with him. I took that guy to my house. Guess what? That guy today, he owns a house and he's a scrum master. He's doing well for himself. I didn't tell my fiance at the time. I did not tell my wife because if I told my mom, my brothers, if I told them, they'd be like, no, you don't know this guy, all those kind of things. And I took that guy, he lived with me from December till September when I got married. Okay. Now that guy he bought a property last year, $250,000. You know T, you should know T now. I call him my son. That guy owns property worth $250,000 and he is doing well for himself. You understand? So you don't have to put so much consideration when you want to help someone. You never know.
Yes,
My
you have to.
okay.
You absolutely have to. That your story has nothing to do with anything
Okay.
because that's one out of 97,000 that do not go right.
And
And if you
Hello.
I don't even go to
if
church.
you,
I don't even go to
Hello.
church. I don't
and
even
if
go
you
to church.
want, it has nothing with you going to church. And if you have to help somebody, make sure you hear from God that God sent you to do that work.
Okay.
I don't know
Because
why
you
I'm
go
saying I
and
don't go to
bring
church, right? Mhm.
trouble upon yourself in the
Okay.
name of trying to help. That's all
Okay.
I'm saying.
And we all here from Africa, we grew up in that environment where people lived in your house who were not even your blood relatives, right? Oh, that's
Yeah, and then
African.
half of those times, what happens in those households? Let me tell you, my
No, no,
mom
no, no,
trying to
no, no.
go ahead and bring
Let's
a
get it
homeless
real.
man home.
Let's get it real.
Yes,
Most of
they
us
did.
lived
And your point is,
most of us lived in that house like that, right? In those houses. Most of
uh-huh.
us, I lived in a house one time where like 20 of us were not even blood relatives. You understand? That's the African value that we have. But America will actually break those values and start telling you, oh, someone can kill you, or they can do that. In Maryland, when I'm driving, someone is walking under the rain, I'll park my car and give you that right. I don't care. If you want to kill me, you kill me.
Oh, you
Understand?
bold.
I don't really
It's
look at those
not
things in
bold.
life.
It's just
Mm-mm.
there's a certain courage that men have that I would not be stupid enough to display as a woman. It's just that simple.
That's true. Yeah,
I
that's very
wouldn't.
true.
You can fight. I cannot fight anybody. So that's a negative.
I
Go
can't fight
ahead
someone holding
and
the gun. I can't fight someone holding the gun.
it doesn't
Just
matter. You are not seeing the gun at first, right? You
no,
are
what I'm
seeing
saying.
the person. Just the
Mm-hmm.
fact that you can square up to a person just by
Mm-hmm.
sizing them. It gives you courage to do things that I would not have the courage to do.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
now,
It is really
why are
a
you
man
putting now?
thing.
Why are you putting it now between a man and a woman? I thought before.
Because majority of the time it comes down to it.
Okay.
You will easily open your door if somebody knocks that you don't know. Fuck that, I'm not opening. If you don't want to talk through my camera, you can leave.
Oh no,
I'm
no, no,
not
no,
opening the door for
no,
not
no.
one person.
I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to. This is even bad. Even in Cameroon, where we come from, back in the days, you can just open your door. Anyone with all the crisis going on in Bamenda, people don't do that no more. You don't trust people no more. You understand? I'm just saying that African hospitality is what has always stood the task of time. When you are a true African or you have those values, you understand that no one is going to hurt you. Your neighbors are not going to hurt you. Instead, it's the enemy that's going to come hurt you. But now things are changing, So I'm not saying that you should copy the same values. I'm just saying that there are certain things like if a friend has a party, come on, man, it's a party. You come and do your party, clean the house and go. It's a house. 70 years from now, I don't know who's going to be living here. It is going to be a burial ground or the flood is going to wash it away. What's going to happen to it? As long as I can live here for the next 30 to 40 years of my life, I'm cool.
Yeah, but that's friend though. You are just jumping all over the place.
Yeah, because I'm
from a stranger to a friend.
That's how you guys started the conversation.
No, I just said I was hosting my friend. I said I was hosting my friend. That's all I said.
I first of all said someone is coming here to do a
party. No, he's talking about that's fine if it's your friend, of course. But you're not about to just open your house to any random person to come and host a party at your house, are you?
No, you're not getting what I'm saying. I said
my thing was a question. It was not a statement.
So you were questioning me. You were questioning me without getting where I was coming from. I said my wife's friend. It's not even my friend. That's what I was saying.
My question is independent of what you just said now.
Okay, what's your question?
I said, you're talking about your friend hosting a party. That's fine, but you're not about to open your house to just anybody to come and have a party, are you?
People come to my parties, I don't invite them.
No, that's not what I asked. It's a yes or no.
But
is your house an event center? It does.
The question you're asking doesn't make sense. What you're saying to me is like somebody just come and like
a random person.
A random person, I don't know, right?
Yes.
If I meet someone who is stranded, I can bring it to my house. Yeah, I'll do that.
That is not what I asked. But
that's what you're saying that I should just meet someone like, I want to do a party. Can I come do it at your place? And I say yes to that. Come on, man. I have a wife.
No, I asked a question. It was a yes or no. It's you who give me your answer. I did not say that I did not say you should pick one. You should pick my answer. I said I asked you a question. Yes or no.
I'm not saying yes or no to that kind of answer because it's not. If you're telling me, JB, you're coming to Minnesota to do a party at my place, I will say yes to you. Okay. But you're telling me that I meet somebody at the mall just like JB, can do a party. I don't know you. I'm not going to say yes to that. So
okay, there you go. You answered the question. That was all I was asking.
Okay, at least we brought back the light. We brought back the light, right? Brought back the light. But I always get folks do this stuff, and I keep saying that no one can change me, no matter what I do, because the things that I do sometimes people like, oh, this is abnormal and stuff. I don't care. The things people like to do, let them do it. If you like to drink, spend your money and drink it. To me, if I feel I can give money to homeless or I can meet somebody I don't know and do this, I will do it. Because guess what? Once you understand the value of life, that you have just barely 30 to 40 years to be alive. Come on, man, the rest is crap.
So let me ask this question. Again, like your wife says her friend wants to throw a party at your house. And you say you don't have a problem with it.
Right.
So your house is an event center. It's no problem to you.
It's not a problem. It's not an event center because people do that all the time. People do surprise parties. People do surprise events where, man, I'm an MC. I see things. People do events like, okay, host my husband's birthday at your place. Nobody should know. And they'll come do it and walk away. So maybe it's because of it's not an event center, but it's.
No, I've seen they do that too. Like it's easier to hide it. Especially those surprise, whatever thing is they be doing.
Folks do that all the time.
It's like, not like big, but just something a little like intimate-ish.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like 40 of them, so that's good number.
Yeah.
That's like so much. Like, oh my gosh.
I'm just thinking
people take that's probably just 10 couples, a couple of single people and their plus one. So
it's an event. It's still gonna be
decent. That's a decent number for a house.
They're still gonna bring people. Actually, absolutely.
That's
this last event,
so much.
This last event we had about 150 people who came. In
your house.
Yes, and you have to clean up after them. You have to make sure you're a good host. You have to cater to them. That's a lot.
No, you don't have to make sure you're a good host. That's what I'm saying. There are certain values which you don't have to pretend. There are houses that when you go to, I just came from the UK. I went to my uncle's house. He's a millionaire. The moment I walked into the house, I did not feel welcome. From the way the way her wife put her face. You don't even feel like you want to be there. That's how she is. So you're not pretending. that people are naturally who they are. There are people who are naturally good hosts. Nobody comes into my house without bringing maybe a drink or something. So the drinks last time, I took two cases of Remy Martin. the 24, the 24 bottles, was it 12, 12, 24. These guys came to my house with 10 Remy Martin. They ended up drinking 7. So instead, the 2 cases I bought, I actually returned everything. And I'm left with 3 in my house. So it depends on the way. I'm a good host because of the way my relationship with people being an MC. So I understand where you ladies are coming from. I understand. As an MC, I've been to people's houses where the wife did not even know they were hosting a party and she was going to send away everyone. What are you talking about? So I've seen those kind of scenarios. I'm just used to it. So to me, when they come here, they finish a party, they clean up, everyone goes away. That was it.
Who cleans
That's it.
up?
We all clean up. I like cleaning up my sister. That's the only thing I like to do. I don't mind cleaning up. I don't like the whole carpet. The basement has this plastic paper on it. So all you gotta do is rip it off, put it in the trash. Yep. It's just this. I like partying and I like to plan things and I like people around me. That's how I grew up.
So I ended up in the cleaning business.
Man, I'm ready to MC, man.
Okay. Sorry. Just
I'm surprised you're saying that. This guy, when he comes to this house, before we wake up, he's already cleaned everything. What are you talking about? Why don't you go open one yourself? Why?
That seems like something that should be in you people's family forum. Family business. Cleaning services.
Yep, this guy cleans. Eke, don't you clean yourself? You clean. Come on, man. Eke, what are you talking about? You are the guy who is always trying to please everyone. You've already sent your sons here their Christmas gift. Don't be nodding your head like that. Oh, in denial. You do Christmas gift. All those. I don't even know how to do. I don't know how to give gifts. That's my weakness. But Eke has that strength. Eke can give you gift until you will not even believe. You know, I have a weakness. I don't know how to give gifts to people. But if you ask and I'll give to you. But Eke knows how to give.
JB, piece of $500.
I don't have.
I asked him to bring me something from UK and he still hasn't done it.
Oh, I said I have your money. I said I have 10.
Why will he bring for you? Did you send a Christmas gift to his children?
Nah, it's not eye for eye, sister. Come on, don't do that to her now.
So why should he come and give you something? What did you give his kids?
Nothing. No, I was just asking since you said. Okay. I said let me just throw it in there.
And she's asking for 500. That's the money that 500 that you will see the way it's going to move
on
my account.
I asked for £10. Imagine though.
You asked for £10. Yeah, £10 is there, sister.
Ask for a jersey actually, but you get the point.
And them jerseys must be expensive over there.
He didn't look.
Anyway, that's how life is. That's why it's hard for me, right? I always have these issues. It's hard for me to have an ex-girlfriend who's trying to kill me, like Ike, you know. Yeah, I don't have a girl who's who's trying to kill me. No, I don't break hearts.
So when you were with these girls, you didn't get gifts.
You don't break hearts.
You didn't get gifts and stuff like that. Like you didn't.
Okay. So I get gifts, but majority of the time, when you're playing and you're a player and you have limited income, you can't be having 10 girlfriends on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, I remember you said you asked one of your ex-girlfriends give you money to give to one of your other girlfriend. Okay, you're right.
So there's no way you can be having girls in lots and all these schools. Then you have to send them a card, send them maybe a shoe. One person is like 5K. By the time you do it for all 10 girls, that's how much.
Well, maybe that's why you don't have multiple girlfriends, so you just get your main girl a gift.
No.
Not about that.
There's no African man without multiple girlfriends. Don't do that. It's really Cameroonian men. We don't do that. You get married, yeah, you might limit that number, but there's no way a guy who grew up in the streets and also grew up in an environment like myself and AK. How do you like one woman?
Why don't let it be this?
I'm screaming, please. He's trying to tell us stuff that,
Why? No.
Tell us. We'll really know. Well, if you need any tips on giving good gifts, I think I'm a great gift giver. I love giving gifts.
I hate
I give with the bottom of my soul.
What's the equivalent of Valentine's Day for men? Let's begin there. Where you give me
the equivalent of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day can be a special day for men too. It just depends on the person that you're with. People always sit here and be like, oh yeah, it's only for the girls. Well, they make it for the girls, but it can also be for the man too. And Valentine's Day doesn't always have to be just on Valentine's Day.
So what woman actually wakes up on that day and says that, yo, today I will make it about the men? What woman?
What? A lot. I do. I would.
Okay, you guys please share stories. Let me hear this. Okay, T, you share one. Tutu, please share one. Let's go.
What story of what?
You've actually gone up on Valentine's Day and made it about the bed, not you.
First of all, I don't be celebrating Valentine's Day. Let's start there.
Okay, cool.
It's not a big, the whole. I mean, I acknowledge the day, but like Tutu said, it doesn't have to be February 14th. You can wake up today and make the day about him, make him feel special. That's it. I don't really care for Valentine's Day. I really don't.
So when I was still in the game, I would date ladies like you, because I know I didn't have the means to provide for you. So, and since you don't also value those kind of days, Valentine's days are regular days to me and to you. So it makes it even better. It makes it even better. Some people just date because they want to be around women. Some people date because they like the exchange of gifts. You guys talk of love languages, right?
Yeah.
So I just prefer being around a woman, and we're not even like sleeping with all these girls. Even though people argue, oh, if you don't sleep with a woman, she's not your girlfriend. No, just one good company. Then date those kind of girls that are renowned girls in the society. Like people can be like, oh yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend. That's what gave us pleasure back then. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to get down, but be with a woman that is actually recognized in the community. Like you see folks talking to your woman, and she's like, no, I have my boyfriend. Who's her boyfriend? The little cranky guy right there. So I used to be so cranky too. Yeah.
That's how those rappers think,
Right?
I see.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you like somebody, if you really care about the person, you love somebody, like I said, Valentine's Day doesn't just have to be the only day that you like celebrate them. To literally just do because you just genuinely care for the bottom of your heart. Like I could sit up and do something tomorrow for my man just because.
This thing always sounds good till February 14th comes and hit. And then it's
so you mean to tell me you've never had anybody do something for you that's nice just on Valentine's Day, like nothing. That's like, okay, damn.
Well, you said a couple of times you got a watch, expensive watch for
I mean they have, But I'm saying that like they don't. Okay, say for example, if I don't do something, instead of them making a thing and just doing it, right? Or just doing it without making a thing. First of all, they make it a thing, and then they do it, or they do it and they're making a thing. You know what I mean? Like, yo, maybe I forgot. Maybe I just didn't feel like it. Something. I don't know. But it shouldn't be a thing. That's really what it is.
Then don't be with somebody who makes it a thing.
True. That too.
I mean, I think, I don't know. I feel like it's just like.
But what if the other thing? What if the guy ever a thing and it's just that one thing though? So that would be a trade-off?
Honestly, I think
both of you can compromise. Find your compromise on that.
How about to say? I feel like okay, it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, but I feel like everybody, there is a part of them that's like, yeah, I would still like to be celebrated in a way or something. Granted, it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day or whatever, but like, because you know how you guys are saying like, oh, be with somebody that doesn't have to make it a thing, like. Deep down inside, everybody wants, that like that feeling. So like, it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, but you can't lie. Like, AK, if somebody was to do like your girl was to do something for you on Valentine's Day and just went all out, you wouldn't feel the feels inside, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so you just said it's not a thing, but deep down inside, if somebody was to really just go all out and make it do it for you all day, you would like it. Me, I like Valentine's Day. I'm not solely dependent on that day, but I like Valentine's Day. So I think I won't make it a big deal, but I like it, huh? What'd you say, T?
No one said so.
Oh no, I said must be nice. I did not know. Let me mute myself.
She was asking who's Valentine, but anyways, perfect segue. Let me ask you guys this: like we were all. I mean, I don't know if you guys were feeling sorry for. It was Balstar. No, how do you say that guy's name? The one with the
Baltasar.
Baltasar what?
Baltasar Engunga.
That guy. Yeah, man. I don't know if you guys are feeling sorry for his wife. But turns out, she got her own videos, man. Did you guys see it?
With him?
Not him, man. No, not him, but some other guy.
Oh.
It's not just, it's just one guy or two different guys.
It was two different guys, I think, right?
I think I saw two different folks, yeah.
So who started it?
Peppering her. Man, it doesn't matter who started it, but the question is what's going on in Equatorial
So
Guinea?
they was in an open marriage.
I don't know.
Basically, that's what it's given. Because
The
she got
same
her own videos,
energy-
he got his own videos.
Please give the woman the same energy you gave the man. We did not say.
I didn't say anything. I just said, though, they're in an open marriage. And the energy that I gave the man is the same energy I said. At the end of the day, that man did what he did. And the women also need to be held accountable because they knew exactly what they was doing to. Did I not? Yeah, I did. See? So that woman, that's why I asked, I said, was it an open marriage? Because if it's an open marriage, then hey, by all means. But hey, the lady can't sit here and get mad at her man for doing all this if she's doing her thing. So at this point, this is just real ghetto. This is just, flights to Guinea, Equatorial Guinea are like skyrocketing. Did y'all know? I don't know if y'all peeped, but like flights going there
People are trying to go there?
are like 2K.
I mean, that could be their national treasure, touristic attraction.
I'm just like, okay.
No, not touristic. Oh, they have crude oil.
There ain't nobody flying for no crude oil.
They have crude oil. They have the longest serving president in the world. 47 years old. He's been in power now for 47 years. Yeah.
Ain't nobody knew all of that before Ngonga came up. So
No, is folks didn't know about this because they didn't pay attention. If was dating,
nobody cares what I'm saying. They are flying there for other things.
I feel you. That's what I'm saying. That if used to date the VP now, the VP is the president's son.
But people care because the guy JB is mentioning actually.
Yeah, woof, that man.
He seized the international whatever thing actually seized most of his assets.
They seized his fleets of cars in France and almost everything.
I mean, those are like those top.
He can come to the US like that now.
Rari,
come to the US like that.
That is things like that. Expensive cars.
Yeah.
The guy that was caught in the videos?
No, not that guy.
His cousin.
The president's
okay.
His cousin, as I say. The thing is that most people now are starting to know about Equatorial Guinea. If you lived in Boya, there was a time where UB was filled with Equatorial Guineans. From Malabo to Boya, you just need to jump on a boat and you're out there under 1 hour. This is a country where in 1972 we gave them their first presidential car.
Which part of Boya will you park the ship, the boat?
Through Edenau. Through Edenau.
Edenau is not in Boya, uncle.
Well, when I'm talking about Boya, you're talking about when I talk of from Boya, when you live through Edenau, it's not through Limbe down there with my sister.
Exactly, it's not the same. They are not the same. I'm just saying that just for accuracy purpose. I get what you're saying. That is close, but Boya and Edenau are not the same place.
Don't steal the fact. The fact is that from
Malabo to agree Boya that Boya and Edenau, they're not the same place.
From Malabo to Boya will take you 1 hour. When you come there,
that's a lie. People don't listen to that. That's not true.
It depends on them.
Let me debunk it now. That is not true.
So how many minutes do you take from Limbe to Boya?
Limbe to Boya without traffic should be about 35 minutes.
It's the last time. It's been a long time you went home, right?
Yeah, I'm saying without traffic. I know now it's worse with traffic, but I'm saying without traffic.
Anyway, the fact is that this guy actually, to me, I don't think he's still wrong what he did though. I don't think he's wrong. Now that I've realized that the wife also has her own videos and stuff like that, I don't think he's wrong. I feel like the fact that the recordings, when it comes to recordings, fine. Like I said last time, recordings is not a good thing. Christian values, yep, it's adultery, which everyone does. Then now that the wife is also doing the same thing, is that still adultery? Because most Africans practice polygamy. So what if it was just being polygamous?
But they're not do you know if they're in a polygamous relationship? That's why I asked, I said, are they in open marriage?
Yeah. So
because if they're not, then that is adultery.
If your wife knows you're sleeping around, it's no longer adultery.
That's why I now asked again, is it an open marriage? That's what I'm asking. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you follow this word open marriage, I didn't know of open marriage when I was in Cameroon. It's not an adage we use out there. We don't even use that word open marriage. We know that you're a married man. If you have kids out of your marriage, then you're cheating. It's adultery. If you have kids and your wife knows about them and the kids are home, it's no longer adultery.
Okay. Oh, it's still adultery.
Okay, no. don't get me wrong. I'm talking about common parlance. I'm not talking about law. If you're bringing law to it, then it's different because law will state that you have to be legally married. But there are so many parents, there are so many dads who bring in kids home and the kids grow up and they are cool with it. You know, so
This man really actually sat here and looked this up.
mm.
I'm screaming.
this
Not Okada, 20, 30 minutes.
this dude with this recent AI stuff. I like your fact check right there. So it's bicycle is how many minutes? 20 to 30 minute motorcycle. Why are we fact checking Edinal to Malabo to Cameroon? It's a short distance. It's not long, man.
I was just searching.
That's good though. Keep doing that. I like that. Keep doing it.
Well,
back to the lady though. The question here I'm really curious is, for the amount of videos that he got and for the amount that she got, does that why they punishing the guy first of all and not punishing the lady? Why is it even punishable offense to begin with?
Because he had sex at work. That's what
isn't he an official? Like
in the office. So yeah. I'm hoping that's why. I'm just not hoping. Also, who did he release the photos? Did someone hack his phone? How did the videos come out?
I believe it was said he was on an investigation, and when they took his laptop and they started investigating, looking further, they seen a folder, clicked on it.
Now, why would you sit here and put all your sex videos on your work laptop out of all things?
That's pornography right there.
No, they said his cell phone. They said his cell phone. They took all his cell phones and everything. That irrespective of that, he had cameras in his office where he was watching around his environment. So I will still say this. This is not news in Equatorial Guinea. This guy is not even being charged because of sexual promiscuity. That's not why they're charging him. They're charging him because he is the head of the anti-corruption unit in the country. So now they're suspecting him for receiving bribery and corruption. Okay, so it's not because of these sexual videos out. No, that's not why they got him. I said that's a country where if you know anyone, I've dated a girl who from Equatorial Guinea. Yep. If you get to know them, you see what they like, what they talk about. It's a cultural thing. That's why after South Africa, now Equatorial Guinea is the second when it comes to HIV in Africa. HIV/AIDS. So they don't even care about
Cameroon.
No, Cameroon is far first now. Okay, please do the stats. I
was thinking about. See, no, I wasn't even trying to be funny. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about the list in the DMV. Sorry, my bad. The list in the DMV of HIV, like Cameroon is like second.
But you know why, right?
No, tell me why.
Most Cameroonians who came in through that route, that's what they claim. That they came in through the Mexican route. They came with it from sticking around and other stuff. That's what they talk about. And okay, you don't need it. That's what they talk about. Most people who came in through that route. And also Cameroonians are open to going to the hospital than most other foreigners. Do you know that? From Africa?
Okay.
That's a good fact to check.
Well, fun fact, did you guys know that they speak Spanish in Equatorial Guinea?
Of course. You just know Equatorial Guinea.
No, I remember that because I have a friend that's from there, and I remember she was explaining like the sides, the split, and I was just like, oh, very like the fluent Spanish, and I was like, that's crazy. Like you're African, but you speak Spanish. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was very like cool.
Yeah, they speak Spanish right from colonization. It's not a large country. It's a very small place.
They were colonized by the who?
Was it Spain? It's Spain or Portuguese? It's not Portuguese. It's Spain. Yeah, I think it's.
I thought it was Portuguese.
Portuguese is not Spanish. Portuguese speaks Portuguese. They don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay, please do it now. Do this. Give us.
I think Portuguese is Angola then.
Yeah, Angola. What about Tanzania? Who colonized Tanzania? We used to do that back in the days. Yeah.
I don't know. It's not important to me right now.
What's going on with you? I was the one trying to put you in mood.
My girl is tired.
No, but why is she just
No,
coming at
I'm
me like
just
that?
saying that I tried to think about it, so that's why I was like, it's not important to me right now.
Oh, la 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 la. Okay, I'm not gonna talk to you again. I'll just let you be like that the rest of the night.
I'll talk to you again. But
Anyway, you say you're so tired. What have you been doing all day? Uh,
which country are we looking for that colonial master?
Spain, Equatorial Guinea, and Tanzania.
Yeah, I was just. I have a okay. While you're looking that up, right? Because this thing is really like. Can I talk about that topic that I was talking about today?
Go ahead.
Okay, y'all. So let me tell you guys what has been bothering my spirit today.
Okay.
So today at work, we were speaking about. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but it's this rapper. His name was Trick Daddy. He's from Florida, and he basically was talking about how he prefers to be called Black because he doesn't have any ties to Africa. He's never been to Africa. His mom is not from Africa. The whole spiel. I don't know if you guys know, like, I feel like this conversation is just like a redundant conversation that we have all the time. Not us, but like that people have the whole like African American versus African thing and the whole. So we had that conversation today at work. And at first, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But then I started getting real like irritated because the callers that were calling in, I felt like it was just their responses were very uneducated. It was very ignorant. I don't know. It was just irritating my spirit. And so then I was like, okay, this conversation again. So like a lot of callers were calling in saying that, oh no, I prefer to be called Black because like Trick Daddy was saying, I've never been to Africa. I don't have any ties there or anything like that. But that's not even what irritated me. What irritated me was the fact that while we were going down the list, it was said that most Blacks or like most Black people don't like Africans, or they feel like as if us Africans or Africans don't accept them because they're so removed from the culture. And that just really just bothered my spirit because it's just like, I don't know why everybody keeps this like having this conversation about Africans not liking Blacks and Blacks not liking Africans. But in a sense, I do like get it. But then it's just like, who told y'all this? Like, why do y'all sit here and come up with this, or how did y'all come up with this narrative that, oh, Africans don't like Blacks? And my thing is just like I was telling my coworkers today, like, y'all are sitting here saying all of that, or these people are saying that, but now everybody's hopping onto the African wave. Everybody wants to go to Africa. Everybody wants to do this and that. But once upon a time, we were African booty scratchers. We were told to go back to your country. We were told to go do this and that. So now all of a sudden, why are we even having this conversation? How do y'all feel about that? This whole like Blacks versus African American.
For me, I'll say that Black Americans or American, whatever, that's that group, right? Them thinking that Africans don't like them, it's not an unfounded thing, right? It's not something that they just conjured up in the sky. We Africans, I don't know how to explain it, but only an African would understand. We have some sense of breathing higher air, if that makes sense. Like if you're not hardworking, if you're not grinding, if you're not like we ain't fucking with you like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come into the presence of Africans that are thriving, if you're not secure, you would feel very belittled. Africans have that. It's not like we just have that air of exaggeration, of oozing our sense of being, if that makes sense. Like if you come to a gathering of Africans and everybody got a degree, oh, you would know. Like without even, and so if you're not used to that and you come into that, you will feel like it's an attack on you. So it's not like they just conjured that up, right? Can see how that can be a thing. Whereas for them, they are not in Africa, listen, let anybody just call themselves what they want to call themselves. I really don't care. I am not fighting for anybody to come and take my country name. So if you feel like you are not tied to Africa and you want to call yourself you're Black instead of African American, suit yourself. That's your prerogative. I don't really care. Just don't. The only thing that I feel I care about is when one subset is belittling or marginalizing the other. That's a problem. But apart from that, anybody call you. If you want to be white, be white. I do not care. But it will not change the fact. It will not change the fact that if you do, what's that? 23 and me, you will come from somewhere over there across the seas. But you know what? You can. It's a free country. Call yourself whatever you want. I don't care.
I think it also goes to sometimes, you know, when they talk about slavery, you know, a lot of folks say, "Oh, you did not go through that, or your ancestors didn't go through that. So what do you know about it?" Or, you know, we might say, "Hey, that happened a long time ago. Move on and go. What do you guys know about it?" You know, and there's like a little bit of divide, but most of all, too, there's cultural. You know, there's a little bit of cultural. You can't. I mean, if they come to my cultural event, of course they're gonna be looking like, "Yo, what's going on?" And then I'm gonna have to break it down. I'm not breaking it down because I feel some type of, you know, I mean, they don't know what's going on, and I'm breaking it down. Now, if you come here now, you want to do your own type of thing, that's a whole different ballgame. I probably be like, yo, you need to, you know, relax, or probably just look at you and let you make a fool of yourself, something like that. I don't necessarily think that it's belittling somebody or them feeling like, oh, you need a degree or, you know, things like that. No, I think we've come from a time when it's about degrees to, yo, what can you do? You know, what skill do you have? It's not necessarily about a degree. I mean, when you go in the midst of people, do you fit in that circle? If you fit, if that's your group, yeah, be there and do your thing, you know. But I think that we've passed that point of degrees, we've passed that point of somebody feeling inferior to the other. That's just my opinion. And now it's more of, hey, how can we bring people to the continent too? People who really want to learn. Now, when you go out, that Texas folks, you know, them people in the Wild Wild West, they have a different mentality how to think to things in general. You know, whether it's black, white, pink, blue, yeah, just wild over there, just different, you know, if you ask me. So at the end of the day, I think that comes down to just you Texans. You guys are just wild, you know, thinking. Anyways, that's a Jimmy. What you think?
Now, how did Texas get thrown into all that?
Catching strays.
I don't understand.
Catching strays.
No, what? I'll let it go.
But I don't think it's Texas though. I think because I had this conversation with somebody else too, like a couple weeks ago, and I was just saying like, I don't think it's just Texas. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe the way that some, like, I'm not saying all blacks, I'm not saying all blacks act like this, but maybe sometimes the way that they also just carry themselves is the way that we look at them and be like, couldn't be me. Like, you know, like that's not how we was raised. So when you see them acting that certain type of way, that's when we start. I think that's also where that whole like, maybe that's why we kind of stay away from them because look at how y'all acting. We don't interact with that. But then again, also you have the Africans too that act just like them. So it's like that's why you have that whole blacks don't like Africans and Africans don't like blacks and stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't know. I won't say all. I'm not saying all black people act like that. And I'm not saying that all black people are saying that Africans act like that. But I will say like there is some, I guess, truth in what both parties are saying. I just think it's just very like weird. I don't know. Like when you have some of the blacks that be talking shit about Africa, but not everybody's hopping on the African wave. Everybody wants to be single Brenner boy. Everybody wants to go to Dirty December. Everybody wants to go to African countries and stuff like that. Like, let's just keep the same energy. I don't know. I find it kind of weird. But hey, that's just me.
At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, when we all get pulled over, do they ask you for your African card? Do you ask you for your African American card?
No.
So what are we really debating about, you know?
No, that's true. I mean, hey, I am, you know what? I'm not going to because AK going to get me. So let me just be quiet. I just say I'm African. But if you're a technical, I'm African American because I was born in the States.
Literally, you are.
I literally am African American. But when somebody asks me what I am, I don't say African American. I just be like, I'm African.
But see, that's the other part of that problem right there, right? For the people who are like you that have African parents and are born here, you ask them, it's like, my parents are from Africa. I'm American. If I slap you,
that thing used to piss me off when
and they do that. So it's like, I don't get it.
Yeah, that is part of the problem.
It's in your blood with your nose that is covering your whole face, talking about my parents are from Africa. I'm from Chicago. Yeah, okay.
But that's the people, I guess, that are not in touch or in tune with their, I guess, their roots or the heritage. Because it actually, when I went to the store, I went to Walmart like a couple weeks ago, and there was this guy. He was a cashier, and his name was like, he had his Nigerian name on there. But then I asked him, I was like, "Oh, like you're Nigerian?" And he was like, "Yeah, my parents are." I'm like, "Oh fuck, don't piss me off today. Like, just don't do that." I'm sitting here like, nigga, your name literally says like Chukwu so and so, and you're sitting here telling me that your parents are Nigerian, but you're not. Like, and so I just said, you know what? I said, so because I said you were born here though, right? He said, yeah. I said, so you don't consider yourself African? And he said no, and I said, oh, so okay.
Okay, until it's time to pronounce your name. See, that's the thing.
Those like two different values. I'm sorry, T. Go ahead.
I forgot what I wanted to say.
Okay, those are like two different values. Following what you just mentioned right here, there are people who are born, there are kids who are born in the United States, but they are not taught African values. So what makes them African? Okay, for instance, I have two boys. My kids, they have African names. They have Cameroonian names. The issue starts with us though, because we make Africa feel like a country. Africa is a whole continent. Okay, so when we start specializing or specifying where you're coming from, it goes better. When you meet a Caucasian, you ask them if they are from Germany or Italy, you call them white folks. When you meet a black, you call them blacks. Then you meet the ones who actually were born here, you call them African Americans. Why don't we call Caucasians European Americans? We don't do that. We did that back in history when we were learning history, 18th century history. They'll tell you about Europeans from Spain, Portugal, or Germany during colonization, and UK. Those are the main countries. America was not even part of colonization. You know, they joined the race later. So when you understand where we're coming from, an African man, a typical Cameroonian man, loves African solidarity when it comes to that community. But now when you look at that particular person who grew up in a particular area, they don't like those around them because there were wars, intertribal wars were going on. That's how slavery came through. So when you understand your history, you understand this better. People from Bamenda were not friends with those from Bamu. They spoke different languages and they were their enemies because they thought they were coming to own them as slaves. Because remember, before colonization, Africa had two religions. We had our African traditional beliefs and Islam, which was coming through Udman Dampolio. I mentioned this the other time. They were trying to colonize Africans and make everyone either a Muslim or an infidel. If you don't follow the Islam, you are an infidel. They're gonna kill you. So when you understand where we're coming from as Africans, you understand. That's why you go to Nigeria, you have Hausas. You have in Cameroon, you have some in Senegal, I think some in Ghana too, and some other places they have Hausas. That's a whole tribe. You understand? So when you understand this, you know fully well that the Bantu people from Africa, that's a major clan. And if you want to know where you're coming from, just do your DNA. Most of us are Bantus, we don't even know because we haven't done our DNAs. So bring that now back to America. The way we treat African Americans, as we call them, I always say this. Like my sister mentioned something about, when you come somewhere, the Cameroonians talk about degrees and all those things. Sister, gone are those days, like AK said. Folks don't care about what you learn.
That is, let me just call it. I did not want to cut AK short. That's not what I said.
Okay,
please,
go ahead.
You people should not. I gave an example. I said, if you have a bunch of Africans, I was just trying to explain how African schools that I say when they come to a place where you have educated Africans, you will know. I did not say anything. That's not what I said. Please.
And what's the opposite of that? What you just said?
Huh?
When you go to, what's the opposite of what you just said? When you go somewhere where folks don't have degrees, you also know, right?
Yeah, it can
So
be obvious.
who are these people who don't have degrees? If
I
they're
don't know.
talking.
The people who don't have it are the ones who don't have it. What exactly are you trying to
Okay,
ask?
because indirectly, what I look at it is like it sounds like if you come to a place where people have degrees, like Africans, you will know because we show off. We are the most competitive people amongst ourselves. What you drive, where you live, and all those kind of things. That's an African thing. That's a Cameroonian thing. Okay. Now, I have had to explain this to my barber many times. I used to go to him all the time. Kwame is Ghanaian, but he was born in Chicago. He lived his whole life in the US. So when he talks to me, he will tell me, JB, why do you all don't like us? So I'll tell him, no, that's not the truth. Not like they don't like you. A typical African man is in serious competition with himself and his neighbors. Typical Cameroonian man. So now you just think they don't like you because of things like that. Because of things like that. The simple truth is we don't even care about you like that. We are trying to make money, build our houses back home, and compete amongst ourselves. You are not part of our competition. You are not part of our competition. That's what I look at. Maybe I'm wrong though. I have a lot to talk about this, but there's no time.
No, you're not wrong. I think I agree with you there.
Yeah, because like when I came to the US, I dated an African American girl. I call her that, but I don't like it. And guess what? There's a Nigerian word that they used to call African Americans, which is not a good word. And I and we all say it because we are told that that's how you got to call them, right? And also, most blacks in America are actually not African Americans. Look at the population of America now. Look at the population. Blacks coming from Africa are going to be more than the blacks that were born in America. There you go.
Some point in time, it's more of. But okay, what about the other ones that also strive in the streets to get the flashy cars and make the money and the homes and everything? What about those ones?
Which ones?
The
I,
gangsters.
oh, what about? I guess I don't understand your question.
I'm saying they get money, right? They get money, homes, cars. The striving. What about them? I'm just saying to JB's point. The point.
Okay. Okay, you live in a neighborhood. How many dark skinned people are in there? Like I think I learned this when I was back home. Most of my friends in Europe, right? They call black people Daki. They call you Daki, like Darky. You're dark, right? They call you that. Or is it KIE? I don't know, one of those spellings. So that's how they call Cedar black people. They don't consider black people. They're like you're from Senegal, you're from this, you're this. They call them Daki. That's how they call themselves. When they're relating, now they can now specify like, oh, this Daki was from Nigeria, or is from this, is from this. You understand? Why are you, AK, living in your neighborhood today? Because of hard work, right? Do you feel you're living the American dream?
Somewhat, yeah.
Perfect. Are you dark skin?
Yeah.
So you're living in affluence? Yes, you are. Okay. Now, 2 miles away from where you're living is a slum where you have people like you sleeping under the bridge, right? And those people have access to maybe food stamps and other stuff that you don't have. But they choose that life because they still have the dogma that the white man, in quotes, decided to put me in these shackles, right? Jacques Rousseau said this. I always tell you this. A man was born free, but everywhere under political chains. Those who have decided, just like the allegory of the cave, those who are in the cave and they feel there's no light outside, they will stay in that cave the rest of their life, knowing that all they see is darkness. They see their shadows on the wall, but they know that all they see is darkness. They cannot go, there's no progress. But those who successfully go out to see what is giving this shadow, when they see the light, they come back and they tell those in the cave, they still don't go out. That is Plato's allegory of the cave. Most Africans, most Cameroonians have seen the light. They will go back and instead of telling their fellow Cameroonians the light of sin in America, they start telling lies. Oh, I am a doctor. Oh, I'm a nurse. I'm doing this. Why are you just working in a regular group home and do whatever you're doing? You tell lies to people when they come now to America, they discover you, they leave you because of your marriage or whatever, and now they be like, okay, this man lied to me. Same thing with African Americans. Some of them have been to Africa. They've gone to Ghana. They have gone to the prison where slaves were kept. They have seen that. They have seen it. They have felt it. Now they come back and they tell their brothers, hey, I went to Africa and I saw this. I'm taking an African name. That's where I truly belong. Ghana has opened doors for people to come back. They don't want to go. Okay. Now they will deny that. No, I can't do 23andMe is how much? It's like $60 to $1,000. Right? They will not do DNA, they will do nothing. Now they will blame you. AK, we can talk about this forever, but the simple truth is this. When you understand that humanity stands first before the color of your skin, right? You treat everyone right. So, Tutu, that was a great topic, but the simple truth is whoever denounce what they don't want, I have no issue with it because 2 months ago, folks were saying in the UK that they were cats. I just choose to be a cat. I don't want to be a person no more. I want to be a cat. I want to be a dog. In this same America, folks are doing that too. They choose not to be human beings.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to distract us from focusing on what is right. My son just came here, as you were talking. He came and stood. I told him, go out. He went. He didn't cry. I'm teaching him that when I'm busy, he has to stay away. This is the value I'm teaching him until he becomes a man. The day he thinks that he can come here and shout him on the phone because he's trying to copy another custom, no way. No way it's happening under my roof. So teach your tribe how you want them to grow. So when they grow old, they will not depart from it. Proverbs 22, verse 6. Thank you.
Perfect segue there to get back to the elections. Mm-hmm. Post-elections, post 2024 elections, sorry, the Democrats, you guys didn't catch this one. Try again in 4 years. Hopefully you guys get it next time. But anyways, man, a lot of people were cutting people off, man. Social media was going crazy, even Tutu herself was like, man, she cut off, a few of her friends. Like, today, sitting now, looking back, do you still feel like you did a good thing? You still feel good about cutting off those people, all the rah-rah, all the noises, all that good stuff?
Yes, and I'm glad that you said that. You know why? Because results show that nearly 10 million people did not vote this election. That's actually insanity. Am I shocked? Am I surprised? Not really. But it's just like, I'm not understanding. I'm just honestly not understanding. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And remember last episode, I said, if you did not vote or if you voted for Trump, I'm not fucking with you. Like, I'm just not. And I'm dead ass. Like, I really meant that. I'm still not talking to some of my friends. Because I just felt like as if, like, y'all are part of the problem. Like,
it's the problem. It's the problem.
What's the problem? I just felt like as if like, what is the reason for people not voting? Like, what is it? Oh, because, okay, I've been hearing people say, oh, I don't support Kamala's policies, or she don't really have policies put in place, and Trump is this, and I don't really like Trump. Like, so you mean to tell me, so because you don't agree with, now y'all let me know, please let me know. Because you guys don't agree, or because somebody doesn't agree with, I guess, either two of like both of the candidates, y'all rather just sit here and just let the country just hit rock bottom? Because that's basically what I'm getting out of it. And I really just don't understand it. So now everybody is sitting here and everybody's, oh my God, he won. How wouldn't he win? How are you shocked? How exactly are you shocked if you really did play your part into it? I'm just so confused.
Big question. Did you take all COVID vaccines?
Did I take what?
All COVID vaccines?
I did.
All of them?
I did.
Wow. Outstanding citizen. Good for you.
But yeah, I don't know. I just... It just baffles me. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, this is what it is. And when shit hits the fan, nobody should sit here and be complaining and crying.
But there's freedom of speech, right? So why can't somebody not be undecided?
You can be undecided, but guess what? The people that are undecided are the main ones that be crying and complaining. That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, if you're sitting here complaining and crying and you had a choice, or you had an opportunity, let's say that, you had the privilege of making a difference or change, and you didn't take it upon yourself, that's my issue. Don't sit here and complain and cry when shit is going wrong, or God forbid something happens and your cousin, God forbid, gets raped and something, and now she's set to have a baby out of a situation that happened. Don't sit here and cry when this nigga Trump is talking about a mass deportation as soon as he gets into office. Don't sit here and cry because you had the privilege or the opportunity to vote and you didn't do nothing about it. It just irritates the shit out of me.
Wonderful.
You are sapiosexual. You're so smart. Right. You're sapiosexual. I love that. Tutu, you said everything. If I'm gonna say anything, it's just gonna lay more emphasis to what you already said. The election is gonna catch a lot of black folks we're talking about before in captivity. I saw someone posting today talking about, the prices of gas will actually go down. I was like, are you serious? America is the highest producer of gas right now, crude oil in the world right now, first after Saudi Arabia. So what are you talking about? These prices you see right now, they might change just because his first 100 days is going to try to do something like that, but he's going to come back to 100 or towards the end of his last tenure. So I felt bad about the election. I felt bad like I felt in 2016 when I could not vote at that time. I felt bad about it. But I realized that, hey, this is America. It's a country and a continent where folks do whatever they want to do. You can go in there, see someone's land and make it yours. You can go in there and take someone's vote and make it yours. Just last night, I realized that Black people are likely like 60% to have their votes not counted. I think I'll share that with you guys. Like, if you make a mistake with your registration and all this stuff that you do, usually those when you go to vote and they tell you, wrong address, please enter the right address, forget it. They will put your ballot in the trash and they will not even tell you. Okay. So all those little things, those conspiracy theories that I've been listening to all these past days, one thing is going through my mind. I'm not comparing this to Cameroon, 42 years as a president, but I still want to wonder why someone who is coming from no democracy in Africa, you come to a country like this where you can actually change things. You decide not to vote. To me, you should just you'd rather just be where you are. You understand? Because this is really going to impact us in a very bad way. These elections is going to impact us. If you don't own a small business, why are you happy? Those who own small businesses are going to make money from Trump. You don't own no small business, why are you happy? Already they're telling you that over time, it's not going to be taxable. And you are happy? Your company is just going to cut away over time and make you work for your 8 hours. Your 8 hours are going to be actual 8 hours. If you're doing 24,000 production within 8 hours, now you're going to do 48 hours and they will not pay you for overtime. Because Trump has said that if you work overtime, it's not going to be taxable. If it's $800, it's $800. So a lot of things will change. But I will end by saying that let's give Trump a chance. America has proven that they want him back, those who voted. So he's our president. Let's have him rule. I can't just be so happy that it's going to be the last final 8 years. And I want to see what happens to the Republican Party 2 years from now when they have the midterm elections. Apart from that, guys, stay home and don't buy a gun.
I think that is what democracy feels like somewhat, right? Just in terms of the switch between parties, forgetting about the rhetoric about cheating or whatever. Just again, the term in terms of this party rules, this other one. We've seen what before Biden came, everybody was like, we don't know what Trump is, up to. Biden came in. Now Biden's going and doing his own thing. Everybody's like, what is this guy doing? And then Kamala comes and she's like, she's not going to change anything. Like, you're not going to change nothing? Like, what do you mean? So people want change. Of course, most people going to look to the other side and say, okay, let's see what these people is going to come in, shake up some things and see what they're going to do. Hopefully, they don't change things way too bad that by the time 4 years come, it's like, and then we're rushing to bring in another Democrat to come and switch things up. Hopefully, but let's see. Again, like you said, let's give him a chance. It'll be interesting. For me, I'm just excited about the excitement. So.
Okay, before T comes on, let me ask you a question. You know American civics. What are the two rules? Because the prime minister, the VP has just two rules in America. The VP has two major rules in America. Two. Civics lessons.
I really don't know what the VP do in America.
The first one is the absence of a president. You are the president, right?
Oh yeah.
If he's sick or whatever. You know the second one? If we had 50 members in the Senate, he's 51 vote, right? Like number 101 vote. Those are the two main duties of the VP of the United States. They took Kamala Harris and made her to be like the border czar, which Trump has actually brought someone who is going to be in charge of that now. That's why they take that woman and like, oh, she had to fix the border. That was not her role. So America will make you feel that the president changed things in America. No. America has a president who is just a figurehead. Everything you say will either be voted in the House or in the Senate, which Biden never had the Senate. Anyway, he had the Senate, but he didn't have the House. Let me rephrase that. You understand? So he couldn't change a lot. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, right, when it's all said and done, when they say something happened, it happened under whose administration? Did they go call the Senate administration or did they call the Commander-in-Chief's administration?
That's why they don't tell us. But you have to understand that America is being governed by their House and the Senate.
Of course, right? Of course, we understand that. But again, remember too, when, for example, Obama, one of his presidents, he had both two at the same time. What did he do with it?
Obamacare.
Other than that, what did he do with it?
He had Obamacare, and also he had one of the best economies before Biden. Biden now has the best in the past. Yeah, so I'm giving you what he did. So what can you say about Trump? What did Trump do?
Well, during his term, he'd be appointed.
Yeah. What did he do to change anything in America? Policy views, policy-wise and stuff.
He appointed a few Supreme Court justices that in turn again impacted policy-wise when it came to like in their own views, right? The Roe v. thing and all these other things. So that was in the long run for them, right? The Republicans. So each person is going in there and they're doing things to benefit them. Now, him going in here, that's not like we're saying that, oh, he got the House and the Senate. What if they appoint somebody, the head of the Senate who opposes, most of his views? It's not like everything would everything would just go boom, boom, boom in his favor. No, what if they really, appoint somebody who opposes most of his views?
His whole administration likes to oppose his view. That's why they're not coming back. Even his VP is not with him. His VP, he's not with him. Pence is not with him. So I'm just saying that the American civics is going to teach us that the president is just there as figurehead. Who actually governs America is from your small city council and your mayors. Those are the ones that govern you. You understand? But now you have a figurehead, the president, who actually makes those rules and all those things. If your city head or your council don't want you to be deported, you will not be deported. That's why you go to some place, they call them sanctuary cities. Guess what? All those immigrants who were sent to New York, they are now getting back on buses and going back to Texas and Florida. That's all a political stunt. So I'm supporting your view, but I'm just saying that why most people live in America, but they don't even understand Americans civics. They don't understand that the president right there, Trump, can get in there and will not be able to pass any law. If the House says no to it, and they don't yet have the House, AK, remember, elections are still going on. They don't yet have the House, so they might not finally get the House. But it is what it is, man. It's America.
And also, too, if the House also, if the House also agrees on something, the president can also veto that thing too as well. So
no. The moment the House says yes to that, the House is the people. The House are the people. Yep. The moment it says yes to that, he's going to sign it. The Senate, on the other hand, actually signs everything that the House, and the Senate always give you this 62.3 majority, 2.3. That's why Trump could not be impeached. He was interim. He was impeached in the House, but not at the Senate. Because the Senate, he needed to have 60 people say, we don't want you no more before he goes down. He was never going to get 60 people say no to that. That's why he was impeached from the House, but they didn't remove him as the president. Yeah. So America it is what it is. Just know the civics in America, that you understand it better. Some people are mad at Trump. Well, you know very well that Trump is not the problem. The problem is what the media is feeding us. You understand that very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, please say something.
After she just said skip, I'm screaming, you are petty. You like violence.
He wants to give AK a place to cut out of the recording.
Wow.
All right. Let me ask you guys this then. If you could change one thing about this, if you could change one thing about society based on what you've seen in this election cycle, what would it be?
It has to be related to the election.
Speaking of the election.
I think I would change Kamala's campaign strategy.
To what?
I feel like she focused a whole lot more on women's health than all the rest of her policy. I could be wrong, but based on what I was exposed to, right, women's health was forefront. And to be honest, to be able to win elections, you have to tell the people what they want to hear. Not everybody's going to be affected by abortion, right? It's a small percentage. How many times are people, yes, you would say you will not have it until you need it, right? That's exactly why it is a bad strategy to lead with, because it's one of those rarities where you will not need it until you need it. But you put money in the forefront, people always need money, right? People always need better. So I feel like they should have led with something, that and something else, as opposed to that alone. But
I have no problem with your answer, but I don't think Kamala following abortion was a reason why she did not win, or following women, or
I did not say that though.
Well, let me learn now. I said I have
no
issue.
Please.
Can you just let me talk, sister?
I know you start there and then you finish. I'm just
let me learn. Let me learn. I said
make your point separate. Don't join in with me, please.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I still don't have the right to vote. Don't come and revoke my.
I'm still going to say that I don't think there was any issue from the way she ran her campaign. You understand? Like I'm saying, I don't think the way she ran her campaign was an issue. I just think women are not ready for a woman to rule. Yes, I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about women. If all women in America, and I talk of all, I'm talking about just like, remember, 60% of Caucasians voted for Trump. 60. But when when Biden won, they were like 45% voted for Biden, voted for Trump. So now you had 15% that actually 60, 45, 45% actually went that way. Yeah, almost, what am I talking about? 25% went that way, which is crazy. So if women had voted or stick together, she would have been president. Let's not even fight that, because black men voted for Kamala. When you check the results, you will see those who voted for Trump. You have Caucasian ladies and Hispanic men. That's a percentage. Black men, they voted for Kamala. Black women voted for Kamala. So when you look that, you see that, okay, when it comes to the races, the various races, you see that black people were actually still with her. So her campaign was not a problem. This woman brought all celebrities you could think of to like Ike mentioned earlier. She spent so much money, tried to bring people that could talk to, turn her campaign into concerts and all those kind of things. Folks were going out there, but they were not voting for her. You understand? So and right now popular vote is 74 million to Trump and 70 to Kamala. It might go up after California is counted and some other places. But guess what? Even if Kamala get the popular vote, she is still not going to be president. Why? Because those who are supposed to vote in America are those who never had the privilege to vote. Women. Yeah. Women are the ones who are supposed to change the dynamics in America, be it black or white. The rest, it doesn't really count. It's a woman who actually runs this country. And the more they stick together, the more we're going to get a female president. Do you believe if Biden went against Trump, Biden would have won? There you go. They're calling Biden the oldest president. Trump is going to be the oldest person to run for government or president in the history of America. 79. Biden is 82. But now he's going to be there. He's the oldest to run, the oldest to be president, and the oldest is going to live as president. So please, as an American, as a woman, if you want us to have a woman leader, come together. Yep. Tutu.
I don't know why I answered, because JB just came and threw my whole thing out of the water.
Oh my God, I was not comparing with you now, sister. Why do you make it? Am I your boyfriend? Am I your
No, because the question is, what's one thing you which I said, Martin, you came and had a whole thesis about what I said.
No, it's not about you. I've already forgotten about your topic. I just said that I agree with you.
No, it's not.
Okay, please let me put this. Please, God, before God and man, I had nothing to say against T. Please, T, You give me an answer. I just gave mine. I beg. I'm not here. I'm not here because of your beautiful face, please.
Please, don't wait. I think if anything, it'd probably just be like being educated. I feel like a lot of people didn't do their research on what was to come. I do agree with with T when it comes to Kamala pushing for the whole women reproductives because there was other policies that she could have pushed as well too. I do agree with that. But I would just say more just being educated because I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people just didn't do their research because, and just like JB was saying, CJB was saying, basically like the whole, and I agree with him when he says, I just think not even just women. I just think that the country wasn't ready to see a woman in power. So it was just more, and like with the whole, white women not voting for her, he's absolutely right. Because when you look at the results, it's crazy how much of them voted for Trump. And you would think that, the women would come together. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. So I don't know. I just feel like as if educating ourselves could have been something.
Keep talking about educating. Why we acting like we're not in America where people read headlines and not the context of what the news article is. That's why again Trump ran a better campaign because he tapped into what people wanted. He tapped into what people knew. He had a team to go out and really factor all these things. It's not his fault that the Democrats, being that she had almost $1 billion and plus and still could not get it done. Maybe she had lesser days. Who knows? 90 days to prepare for it. Somebody they just, dropped it in and say, hey, yo, go. But at the same time, think about this. She turned down Joe Rogan podcast. Why? Wait, did she go on 60 seconds? Did she do 60 seconds or did she turn it down? No, it was Trump who turned down 60 seconds. But she turned down Joe Rogan. She refused going to Joe Rogan podcast. One of the podcasts I will talk to most young black men and most young white Caucasian men as well.
Lies.
Why did she go there?
Club Sheshe. She went to Club Sheshe. It's not Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is not for us. Yep.
Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan is not for us. He's the highest viewed podcaster, but it's not for us. The reason why he's like that is because you have a lot more people of his type watching that. Club Sheshe is the one that is being watched by most of us. Let's not even go there.
I'm not that Club Sheshe is not being watched. So that's on Joe Rogan, bro.
Yeah, but this dude also turned down. He only had one interview and he didn't go for number 2. So he's walking around and doing that stuff. It just puzzles me because tomorrow, if you need a new job, AK, you're not going to tick that box where it says felon. If you tick that box where it says felon, you're not going to get a job if you're a felon. But your president is an actual felon. You have a president who is a felon. No, I'm just, yeah, you okay. Is it legal? Is it legal? Would you get a job if you're a felon?
I'm not going to compare with him. It's just impossible.
Why not? That's America.
Why
America? America tells you that the value is one for all for one.
Okay, let me ask you this. Big Pharma. Those who did the whole opioid epidemics. They only find them billions, right? Did any of them go to jail? No. Why?
Okay, because they stand under a canopy of a name. You're talking about a name. I'm talking about Trump. Trump is a name and not an organization.
Again, still, right? Levels. There are levels to things, right?
No, that's not American value. That's not American value. That's Cameroonian values. American value is everyone is equal to the law in front of the eyes of the law. No one is bigger than the law. That's America. You're telling me something different. Americans they gave him the leeway because he is who he is. If you wanted a woman to be president, Hillary would have won. Kamala would have won. But America isn't ready for a woman. When you're talking about Trump, what has Trump not done? 34 felony charges, AK? 34?
If you say America is not ready for a woman president, I'll be with you on that one, right? But to say that there are not levels in America, come on, dog. Come on, man.
Okay, when I talk of levels in America, right? America is a country where a state trooper is going to pull up the shelf of of police and give him a ticket. That's American value. That happens nowhere in Africa or some places in Africa. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When it comes to things like that, everyone actually has almost egalitarian principles. But we know they're probably going to get their way around with it. America, you can sit here and insult Donald Trump tomorrow and nobody does anything to you. That's America. Try that in your country where you come from. You're going down. So I'm saying that there are certain things that you can see. 34 felonies charges, man. Rape charges, money laundering, everything against you. Classified documents in your bedroom at your house at Mar-a-Lago. Come on, man. What again are we supposed to see? And you tell me a woman, just because she didn't run her campaign, this woman jumped on the boat very, very late. Okay, she had to turn things out. I blame Democrats for not sending in someone. Even the VP pick, even though he's my colleague, he didn't run a good campaign too. You know, Governor Walz, he didn't run a good campaign. You understand? They needed to get somebody, maybe someone different to as VP. Just like what Hillary did when he went and picked the other guy, Tim Keane, or some guy like that. AK, America is not ready for a woman. The things Trump did to be re-elected as president in America, it's really, really sad. You go somewhere, you tell them that you have a president who has all those charges. Look what happened in the UK. A president stepped down because he could not change the economy. They will step down for that. They had a president who went down because he had a party during COVID. He had to step down from being a president in the UK. He stepped down because he had a party during COVID. But you have a president here who has 34 charges. He cannot go to New York anyhow because he has charges there in New York. He has denounced his residence from New York. He tells you about grabbing women from the P. Come on, man. How is that man your president? It's a woman thing, man.
Sit there and be looking for morality. That ship has sailed a long time ago. You know, you gotta let that go. It has sailed a long time ago. You know, at the end of the day, you just have to say it this way, bro. It's a land of opportunity, right? He's making use of his opportunity. Why is it a problem? I'll still ask this again. It's the land of opportunity. We all agree, right? He's carved his own opportunity. Why is it a problem? I'll leave
What opportunity, though?
Opportunity by following Jim Crow laws, trying to reenact Jim Crow laws in 2024, laws back in 1948, where black people could not vote. That's what's going on in Georgia right now and Michigan, where they've thrown away over almost 2 million black votes. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're talking about someone who is someone that can stand and tell you they are good people from both sides. He's bringing you what we black people we are scared of. That's why if you see a black man who is really, really scared of America, they try to associate themselves. Me, I will never change my accent if I don't have to. My accent is going to be that African accent that I can. I might try to switch it once in a while, but I'm that African man. I will not do what they want me to do, AK. Okay? No. I will not do what they want me to do because what they want you to do is forget where you're coming from. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
None of these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
None of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody for still trying to come into this country. There is no amount of border security I put that will stop anybody from still trying to come in, whether be it legal or illegal. What does that still say about the country itself?
You're talking about a land where you're standing right now was owned by an Indian. And the Indian don't even know about the India no more because they came and they actually now have taken it from them, and now we are here and they call it their land. If somebody will come from UK where they could not stand the king, ran and came here from Ireland and all those places, Germany because of Adolf Hitler, come to America and now are calling it their own country. And you have to follow through because you think that those who live here are Americans, those who don't live here are foreigners. I'm very happy that I'm in this country where you were born in the American airspace, American waters, American land. You are an American citizen. That's a good thing. It's a blessing for most of them. But do you know that Project 25 is telling you that if you are kids, offsprings from immigrants who don't have papers, you yourself, you risk your citizenship? 900 pages.
That's
Project 2025.
That's what the new appointed guy said when they asked him that. Oh, so if you are going to deport, part of a family, then what about, the separation? He said, just deport the whole family. Just rolled out on his tongue, like very easy. I was like, wow.
Thank you. Thank you. You're saying that Obama has deported the most people in modern history. Obama deported many people back because when he went there, what did he meet? What did he meet? Bush had left him a lot of people that all he had to do was to let them go. Now they're saying that Obama did it. That was already in transition. In transition. Okay, we can talk politics forever. But one thing is for sure. Americans were not ready for a woman. That's about it. It's nothing about what Trump did and what he has done to America. They're taking us back to 400 years.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys again. If they never voted for Hillary, what in you guys' right mind gave you guys the impression that they were going to vote this one if they never voted for Hillary?
An unqualified person running for presidency. An unqualified person.
I mean, at this point, we could be surprised because they voted for Trump apparently twice. So at this point, if they could vote for Trump twice, they can vote for a woman. Surprise us and shock us at this point. But that just all goes back to say that they just wasn't ready for a woman. So hey, it is what it is. I guess we'll just stop trying.
The most qualified person to ever run for presidency in your country is a woman who just
because what in the right mind made people sit here and vote for Trump twice?
Thank you, sister. What in the right mind, AK? I know we had this debate, me and you, before election. I know you're not Republican. I know you're Democratic. But we had this conversation prior to the elections where you were telling me, JB, why should I vote for this? And I'm giving you policy. Now, he doesn't even know what tariffs are. People don't even know what tariffs are. So your shirt, which is made in China, which is $12, now it's going to be $24 because of increased tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And she was talking all about price gouging. She was going to bring down prices. She ran on prices that was going to go down. She ran on home ownership, first-time home buyers. She ran on pregnant women who were going to be $6,000. She also ran on clean energy, which is one of the best in the world right now. How can you say she only ran on what women like?
Why? Where would she get the funds to fund all of this?
Those who got 1,200 from Trump, where did it come from?
Where would she get the funds to fund this? Was the question.
Federal Reserve. We have Build Back Better, which is going on right now in America. 12 trillion, which is going on. $12 trillion. If I'm not missing the figure, Build Back Better. I think it's 5 trillion. Sorry, 5 trillion. Build Back Better. Where's the money coming from?
So how come right now during this hurricane season, during the administration, FEMA did not have enough money to give to people for relief?
FEMA has never been out of money. That's why I listen to black media. Okay, I listen to Martin. Martin, you probably know what you know. I was saying you. There's a lady there, the lady that who had issues out in Florida, who lost her job. That you're saying that now she has her address and everything online, who is being targeted. The black sister. Did you hear about that story?
Yeah.
She said everything. FEMA workers have always been in trouble because FEMA is like when you file for student loan, not student loan. Or this other one there they give for free. When you go to school, they give you these grants. When you file for grants, I know they will give you grants when you qualify. Those who don't qualify will end up not going to school. They'll be dropouts because they can't afford. So FEMA doesn't approve everyone who claims to be having disaster recovery issues. So when they don't qualify, they become angry. Florida is tantamount to issues like that, bad weather and everything. So they always have issues with these people. Guess what? That woman says when you go to houses, you see a color purple painted in front of their house, saying that they don't want anything to deal with FEMA. What is the color purple in America? Black man. This lady lost her job because of things like that. They're insulting them, calling them names because they're part of the problem. The problem is when they deny you the grant 2023, another disaster happens in 2025 or 2024, they will still deny the same grant because they have a history of maybe trying to cheat the system or something. She said all those things. Okay, man, this is America. Oh, this is America. That's why if I'm not hosting an event, I'm in my house. Call me a crybaby. Yep.
Lack of opportunity. Take opportunity when it knocks. Anyways,
that's my case with you on this.
Yeah. I think we've exhausted it, man. Let's leave it at that for now. I mean, we can always come back to it.
Yeah, we can come back to this, but I have two questions for you. So to you, who was supposed to be the president of America? 2025, January 20th. Who was supposed to be the new president? Who would you have chosen to be your president?
To me, who did I want to be the president?
Choose anyone, yeah. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be Trump or Kamala. Who to you should have been president come 2025?
Out of both of them,
choose anyone, any person you think is qualified. Is it Kanye West? Is it Kim Kardashian? Who to you was qualified to be a president of America 2025?
Michelle Obama. That could have been a good choice for the Democrats.
She doesn't want to.
You asked me who should have been that. You didn't say who wanted to. Who did not want.
Okay. Second question. Okay.
I got another one. A little bit. But
do you think they would have voted Michelle Obama over Kamala?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Okay. Because she would have had better lingo, like a better way to express whatever it is that she, like her policies, let me put it that way, should have had better ways.
Come on, AK. Come on. What are you talking about? She's a lawyer. Yes, that's true. But what do you mean she would have had better? This guy stutters when he speaks. Biden became president. He stutters. Trump does not even know what he's saying.
I'm not denying. I'm just saying.
Those two people are men.
I'm saying between Kamala,
right?
I said between Kamala and Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
I'm saying she would have a better campaign because she would have a better way to say whatever it is that she wants to deliver than Kamala. Not comparing her to anybody. I'm comparing just both ladies.
So you mean that she didn't pass a message well because maybe she didn't have the oratory power? That's what you're probably talking about.
She didn't have what?
Oratory speaking. She couldn't talk well.
She just didn't answer the questions, man. If you ask me.
Okay. I will leave it at that. I had two questions. Other question went away. If you're telling me she did not answer the question, somebody who stood on national TV and said he has concept of a plan to a woman who gave you her plan, she didn't answer the question. That's what they do to us. That's what they do. They take you and make you look for a reason that is wrong with a woman. They make you understand that a woman cannot handle this thing because of this, that. And we have to listen to it because the other person could just sit there and insult. That's the issue. Now we are on this podcast. If I say something that makes sense, yeah, you have to say sense. If somebody says something that is a little bit insulting for something, that is where the attention is. Why? Because human beings no longer pay attention to what is the truth.
To your point,
it's missing.
To your point, right? To your point, is it not the same campaign who wanted to also run a ratchet thing to go and bring rappers and strippers on the thing to come and talk to us? Is that the same them who wanted to match up that same energy?
Okay, Trump will never be president any country in Europe, maybe except Russia.
But he is the president.
But I'm just telling you because he is
the president of the United States, right? Again, like I said, it's a land of opportunity. Whether you want to deny it or not, it's a land of opportunity. It's a land where you can make whatever it is that you want. So far, you have the resources too. Him and his team, they found loopholes. You sitting right there. If you were put in the same place, I promise you'll probably do the same thing.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't.
All this noise they're making right now.
I won't do that.
We're sitting in the shoes. You'll probably do the same thing.
I know when not to run for something.
Everybody that's making all this goddamn noise around the world. If they were put in that same position, they wouldn't do anything.
That is not true. That is not true. Tomorrow, just have an SEX scandal in your company. You're gone.
You will not even do a single thing. Let's not all kid ourselves here.
I say just have a small SEX scandal tomorrow at your job. You're gone. You're not going to be there. That's why I mentioned about the lady with FEMA. You don't even know about it. You didn't even know that's what she's going through. Because what?
We do better in position of power, right? Till we put there. We're all acting like we have the solutions. We know everything like we know.
I have been in position of power. I have ruled. I didn't start emceeing today because I started this when I was in boarding school. So I know what it means to rule. So when you're ruling and you take it over you, there are people who have never ruled their whole lives. I have ruled in my, even as I'm talking to you now, I still rule in my community. What are you talking about?
Like I said, levels. Whether you want to agree to it or not, there are levels to this shit, man. There are levels.
Well, there are levels to it, but folks actually have to understand. You understand, folks? We are saying that even if which means you are now you're now condoning that it's okay for him to do what he's doing. This dude is not qualified. There's even nothing for you to say that can actually give me reasons why he should be president. If you don't have traces of you of being disliking people because of their gender or their religion or whatever.
Just the mere fact that he got there, my guy. Please, matter of fact, you wake up now and try it. Matter of fact,
no, I can't be president of America. I wasn't born in America. What are you talking about?
Right?
American, if you're not born here, you cannot be president.
Go and be a local council member. It's not hard to do. Just try it.
Nope.
Okay. I say, I'm running for council.
I'm telling you that when it comes to ruling, right, I don't have a problem with ruling. Your sister will tell you, up until 3 years ago when I became a citizen, I've always longed to go back and be a minister in my country. She will tell you, I've always wanted that because I feel like most people don't rule. Most people, nothing is holding me. I cannot do American policies because it's not going to take me anywhere.
So now, okay, thank you for bringing that. Your own country that's sitting there with everything that's wrong with it.
I just told you. I just told you that I qualified to be a citizen in America since 2013. That I qualified to be a citizen, but I only became a citizen 2021. So that's what I'm saying to you, that I have long decided that I was not going to be a citizen in this country, but I had to do it because I'm married now. Things I don't have those laws again in my hands. But I'm saying to you, this AK, we are going to words of the week. But the truth about the whole thing is, most men don't want to rule. That's why you still have the same person who came. The one now who came, all these guys, this Marco Rubio, have been insulting him, calling him names. Now he's going to make him the Secretary of State. Man, this is a whole ball game. Okay, if you're clean, you cannot join politics. And I happen to be one of the clean people. But I'm going to tell you, I had plans to go to my country and be part of the government. Okay, Minister of Culture. That's what I'm good at. I can be Minister of Education, Minister of Science. I don't know nothing on that. But culture, I can change the culture of my country. Okay, and I'm still ruling up to now in my state of Minnesota where I'm doing. Okay, so
the honest truth is this, right? All of them people who make these changes, all of them, and none of them, join on TV and or make rallies and say, let's all join and remove this guy. They all sat there, they have taken it, they have agreed, and they will sit there and they will serve the guy for 4 years. Me, who is all at the bottom of that food chain, I will sit here. What do you want me to do? We'll sit here.
You have a lot to do. What you're doing right now, you're talking about it.
Hold on 1 second. Let me remind you.
Go ahead.
Today you are telling me I have a lot to do.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Episodes back, I was also telling you have a lot. Your voice is this. But today I have a lot to do. My friend, please, let's just go to word of the day.
No. Don't get me wrong. Don't compare apples to oranges. When I say you have a lot to do, is what you're doing right now. You're talking, someone is listening. But the whole time you decided to be quiet, right? Just to come on the last day and you're saying that she wasn't qualified to be president. It's because you were not talking about it. Who did you convince to vote? I convinced you, not even convincing. We had a conversation 2 days before the election. I was talking to you about the good policies. Who do you talk to? Which church do you go to?
You convinced me to.
Who do you talk to? I was talking to you about Kamala.
You convinced me to go?
We had a conversation, right? I talked about. Take out the word conviction. We had a chat on that. You told me who you're going to vote for, right?
I have a chat with most people about politics.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, AK. I'm saying that, right? When I say you have a lot to do in this sphere, these are the things you cannot change anything about America. You cannot change America when they've already voted, and you have a redneck commissioner of police or sheriff in your city who is going to capture all black folks and put in jail. You can't change that. But before election, you can actually change that. You can talk about it. AK, not only am I an MC, I'm also exposed to people. There are events that I do. I went before campaign. I was running local campaigns in Minnesota, trying to help people raise money. That's grassland campaigning.
Raise money for what?
Or grass field to become city councils and stuff. You understand?
Raise money for what?
You need to raise money now to run a campaign now. You need to raise money, right? Yeah. So I am not in the system, but I understand the system. So for you to sit and say that days I tell you are not part of, you can't change anything. You cannot change elections 2025, 2024. But you could have changed it 2 months before time. You have a podcast. We're talking about it. Go and look at the podcast we did on autism. Folks listen to it. Folks gave comments on it and stuff like that. We're happy because we talked about things like that. That's you impacting your world. But when you choose the thing that can actually impact the world, and you don't talk about the other ones, they will not talk about it. Talk about sex now. We'll jump on it. Talk about politics. Nobody talks on it. So you have the power, man. Let me sit quiet.
You have the power too, right?
I do mine all the time. I talk about it all the time.
You have the power too, right?
I do it all the time.
Okay. I'm glad that today you actually do agree that you have the power too. Thank you.
I've always agreed, man.
No. Please.
Okay.
Okay, I got the power to read word of the week. Ooh, all right. We're moving on.
No, he doesn't want to read. He doesn't want to read.
Okay. This week's word is juxtaposition. See, that's an easy word. I like that's a very easy word. And it is a noun. It's spelled Juxtaposition. And the definition is the fact of two things being seen or placed close together with a contrasting effect. Can somebody give that to me in a sentence, please?
How now you bring your word? Why you dey ask me?
The same thing. I was thinking the same thing. Like, nobody has to be a school here.
Nobody has a sentence. Like, dang, I gave y'all the words and the what you call it?
Remember, I told you my great teacher died in class 2. So please.
Nobody has a sentence for it.
I just know it's like mix something.
What?
Just oppose for it. Is it like mixture? Is that a
It's
synonym?
like this a difference,
It's
basically.
a mixture.
It's a contrasting effect.
So give us a sentence. Give us a sentence. Come on. You can do it.
I mean, I was hoping y'all gave me a sentence because I didn't have a sentence.
You see? Yeah.
So you're the illiterate schoolmaster. You want us to teach ourselves.
I was hoping y'all gave me the sentence because I really didn't have a sentence.
Now you gotta pick a sentence.
You want us to teach ourselves. Illiterate schoolmaster.
AK and MC.
I guess the politics conversation.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's like
there was a juxtaposition.
Yeah, I was about to say the whole politics thing. So
yeah, politics is dirty business, man. Dirty game.
But yeah, y'all get all that. Matter of fact, let's in the comments, y'all. When y'all watch this, leave a sentence with the word juxtaposition in it. That's what I think. Next
time, don't come here with your word without your sentence.
She was looking for that word just right now.
I had that word. No, actually, my word. So I had this word, and then my other word was gonna be ignorant because it was gonna fall off of that whole African American talk and Black people talk. So that's why I was gonna have ignorant, but I decided to change it to juxtaposition. Not too much.
I did literature. So I should know that word, but it is what it is.
Well, yeah.
Just oppose.
Yeah. So. Anyways, man, T, take us out, man. You've been so quiet. Yeah.
Okay. You did not open the segment. Please don't open it, then you can close it.
I don't want this one. This one don't have any opening.
Oh, okay.
It's just straight to it. We just go. We just
okay.
No loop.
Okay.
Just straight.
Yeah. Okay, Puff. Okay, Puff Daddy.
Not Puff Daddy. Hey,
He just said
Puff
no loop.
Daddy out of all people.
He just said no loop now. This is a guy who bought the highest loop on earth now.
No, I am Indon Gonga, the speed master. See, take us out now. Why you just smile like fish or dog reaction? Huh?
What, like to do the outro?
Yes, take us out, man. Take us out. At least let's hear your voice to the ending.
Okay. Thank you, Ngonga, Cameroonian Ngonga. That's what he said, right? He's Mr. Ngonga.
Let me mute
Ngonga.
Wow, boy, have you seen where they put you? Have you seen
any conclusions? JB, start with you. Conclusion.
Well, it's a nice day to be alive, and it's always good talking to you people. Life is short. Be happy. Thank you,
Miss Tutu.
I don't really have anything for the people that didn't vote. I still don't fuck with y'all. That's just what it is, and that's that. The state of Florida, even though you wasn't a swing state, when you guys are going through hurricanes and need our prayers, don't ask for our prayers anymore.
Hey.
I'm just kidding.
How you gonna drag Jesus into your beef with people?
Don't ask us for prayers anymore because y'all was sitting here, but they've always been a red state. So I mean, it is what it is. The people of Pennsylvania, that's who the real beef is. But it's besides us. Anyways, it's already passed, so it is what it is.
Some people were getting millions, and some people were sitting, they were getting zero. But the ones that getting 0 are the ones that are more mad than the ones that are getting. I mean, anyways, to use their own. Yeah. Thanks for watching and listening, guys. Till next time. T.
Yeah, follow.
You didn't do the intro.
Follow us on all streaming platforms. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for sticking with us till now. You know, enjoy your week. Sip palm wine. Accept election results and keep it moving.
Thank you so much. And AK, stay off politics, please.
Oh, that was so sad, T.
Huh?
It was so sad.
Yeah, AK, stay off politics.
Yeah, I'll try. Thank you.
As my sister girl said, y'all, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to us on all platforms, PWC Cast, and make sure you check us out. Oh, this episode is also sponsored by Stuck in the Middle Podcast at SITM Podcast, and you can listen to it on YouTube and Spotify and all that other streaming stuff that people listen to stuff. And yeah. All right, and if you want to be a guest, just, go ahead, drop some comments below and stuff. Yeah.
Shameless plug, you know what I mean? We have our MC in the house. If you have the occasions, hit them to JB, you know what I mean? And then another shameless plug, we have a chef too in the building, T, you know what I'm saying? For all your delights, you want, food, yeah, hit her up, she got you. Even though she doesn't want to make a business out of it, but they say, push people to where they belong and let them, fly. Anyways, so good show. Check her out on TikTok and other social medias alike if you want. And then Tutu, this is producer, you know what I'm saying? Hit up their which one? What's your show called again? Sorry, I forget the name.
Don't give it, she'll tell people and you go and you will not hear anything.
Sorry,
that is not true because you just listened to it on a day that we weren't on, apparently, or you just didn't listen to the right station. That's just what it is.
I've never heard that station since she gave me.
It's Star 94.5. It's Magic 94.5.
Where did you come from? The only good thing you did today was that you actually went and chased your shit. That's the only good thing you did today. Where did you come from?
Damn.
You're jumping even on your own sister.
I'm Danielle, right?
I'm killing it.